Most IEPs look great on paper. Professional language, new word goals, counting goals, vocabulary lists. But what if I told you your child can memorize all of those and still not be able to communicate? And that's where so many of us get it wrong. Many IEPs and support therapists focus on labeling objects and repeating words. And while those things are important, it should not be the main focus. Because words, without an ability to use them in connection, don't really help your child. And those types of goals often turn into drills and rewards and end up being compliance based therapy, like withholding a child's favorite toy until the child says the word, or giving candy for repeating something on command. Basically, just pushing for responses that don't come from real meaning. And usually, parents agree to this not because they're doing anything wrong, but because they're scared. If they're thinking we don't have enough words, logically, we need more words. But the truth is, many children with autism are missing words because they simply don't understand the purpose of communication. Then all the drilling in the world is not going to make those words meaningful. Because something very important should come before words, which is connection. Because I have seen many children who can repeat dozens of words. They can label animals, colors, anything. But when they need help, they're not able to ask. When they want to join play, they don't know how. When they're feeling overwhelmed, they have no way to express it. So when we are creating IEP or any other support service for the child, the focus should be different. The IEP goals and a support service that actually matters should be covering the following. Number one, communication, initiating, responding, requesting help. Communication should not just be focusing on words if child doesn't have them yet. It could be gestures, looks, sounds, creating shared moments that both the therapist and the child enjoys. Second one, social interaction, engaging with peers, participating in group activities. And a third, very important, sensory needs. What about noise, transition, self-regulation? Speech therapy should be tied to real communication needs. And adult support that helps independence, not just proximity. Some of the red flags from the therapy or support group, if they're focusing that he's just doing fine academically, but totally ignoring their social needs. They don't mention sensory regulation, or real support only happens after behaviors escalate. And something else I find very important. Any support therapy that child is receiving should respect their no. Refusal is not a lack of progress, it's their form of communication. Because if we keep ignoring their no and still ask them to push through, or even worse, read it as misbehavior, we're actually sending a very dangerous message that their voice doesn't matter. And if their way of communication is ignored, why in the world they would want to communicate more? Why would they trust us with their voice? That's why I believe in a child-led therapy, not bribing, not forcing, not withholding favorite items, but joining them, following their interest, and building connection first. Because when a child feels safe, understood, and connected, they don't need to be forced to communicate. They actually want to. Autistic children are not puzzles to be fixed. They are children to connect with. And their IEPs should reflect that. Thank you for watching.